Am I audible today? Discussed what is transformer. First of all, let us discuss what is transformer. As the name is suggesting here, the transformer, it means here it transforms, which means it converts. So it converts what? Voltage. It means there are two types of voltage possible: low to high, high to low. So this is the transformer, which is a device to convert low voltage to high voltage, low voltage to high voltage, and second is high voltage to low voltage. Sometimes it's called LT. In electrical engineering term, this is called low tension. It's not tension, it is a voltage here. Charity to HT or high voltage, low voltage. So, low voltage to high voltage, it is called step up. Because stepping up, low to high, it is called step up transformer. Step up transformer, and this is called step down transformer. So there are two types of transformer: low to high called step up, high to low called step down transformer. Here the principle of this transformer is EMI, electromagnetic induction. We know induction, whenever, as per the Faraday law, whenever there is a change in the flux linkage, an induced EMF develops. If the circuit is closed, induced current flows in the circuit. Simple. So, how it works? What is the construction of this transformer and the working? So, construction and working of this transformer. Let us say the first case, step up transformer. There are two windings or coils like this. And this is the secondary winding also. This is the first winding called primary winding. Primary winding. And the secondary winding is like this. This is called the secondary winding. Primary and secondary windings are termed as being given to this as if we connect the AC source to the primary, which is to be converted to either low to high or high to low. So this AC is connected to the winding called primary winding, and when we are getting the output, it is called the secondary winding. So we are getting the here output voltage, and this is the input voltage. AC source is connected. So whenever AC source is connected here, that is primary, and the secondary, we are getting the output. We are getting the output. Now, if this is AC like this, so what will happen? It changes the polarity. Definitely there is change in the flux linkage to the primary, and lines of force are linking like this to the secondary also. Lines of force, electrical lines of force here, so it will become what? This magnetic. This is the electrical field, positive negative changes, and here the develop the magnetic. So because of this, current produces the magnetic field, and the magnetic lines of force are you can say touching with the primary. At the same time, few lines of force are touching or linking with the secondary also. Here we can say very less number of lines of force are linking, because some are moving like this, which is not linking with the secondary winding. So there is a great loss. It means here we have to use such a device so that most of the lines of force are linking, and we know this is the soft iron suppose. This is magnetic material and very good, permeability is very high. So most of the lines of force now linking with the secondary, and there is no, you can say very less number of lines of force are not linking, and most of the lines of force are linking using the soft iron core. So we are using here soft iron core. Now soft iron core permeability is very high. This is called soft iron core. Soft iron core. If we are using here soft iron, and practically we take the soft iron and then number of lines of force, and you can say these windings are wrapped around this, and now most of the lines of force are linking to the secondary. So it is the necessary, you can say soft iron core is very necessary, because if you are not using this, most of the lines of force are losing here, not linking with the secondary, and the efficiency is very less. So this is the construction of transformer, and number of turns we have taken here in primary is very less, number of turns in the secondary is very large in comparison. So voltage is increasing here, we are getting the output as AC, because changing also, it also changes. But very importantly, you can say, as per the Faraday law, flux linkage there, and it changes also. So changing flux produces the EMF, and in circuit if it's closed, current also. But as per the Lange law, it opposes any change. So this is AC, this should be AC. Whatever frequency is here, suppose 50 cycle per second, here also in the output we are getting the same frequency 50 cycle per second, but phase difference is there between the primary and the secondary, because they are mutually coupled. So we are getting the output like this. This way, just opposition, this is the primary, this is secondary here, the secondary here like. So primary and secondary, they are linked, but there is a phase difference. Output is more, because this number of turns is more, stepping up. So magnitude here is more in comparison to input. So it is step up transformer. Phase difference between input and output is 180 degree. Now let us discuss the working. So this is the primary. Number of turns in the primary is NE. N stands for number of turns, P means primary. So NP means number of turns in the primary. And here number of turns in the secondary. What is the formula of EMF? EMF formula is, we are writing here, this EP. What is EP? It is the voltage developed in primary, and this is the NP d phi by dt. Suppose here there is no loss of flux linkage, so there is no leakage here, or leakage is negligible here, because they do it soft and core. So almost all the lines of force, are linking. So flux is changing, rate of change of flux linkage is there in primary, the same rate of change of flux linkage in the secondary also. So you can say this is question 1, and what is question 2? Yes, means voltage developed in the secondary. It is given by minus as per Lenz law ns d phi by dt. And mind it, this is the flux linkage which should be roughly it is constant. So if we take the equation 2 by 1, if we divide equation 2 by 1, we are getting here ES upon EP equal to what? NS upon NP is called K. K is turn ratio or the transformation ratio. K is called turn ratio or the transformation ratio. Transformation ratio. Now again discuss equation 1. What is equation 1? As per the Faraday law, Lenz law, minus sign is there and P is the number of turns d phi by dt. Similarly secondary also. If we divide equation 2 by 1, we are getting this equation, say equation 3. What is equation 3? What is say ES? ES is the voltage developed, induced voltage developed in the secondary, this is primary. It is the ratio of number of turns in the secondary upon number of turns in the primary. It is called K. Suppose K is more than 1. It means what? Number of turns in the secondary is more, as we have discussed here in step-up transformer. Very less voltage in the primary AC and we are getting very high voltage in the secondary. So, how much voltage we are getting? How much voltage we are feeding to the input? It depends only on the turn ratio. In the rate, number of turns in the secondary suppose 1000, number of turns in the primary suppose 100, it means this ratio is 10. It means we are getting the output voltage 10 times. Suppose you increase this ratio further, we are getting more output voltage with the same input voltage. So this is called stepping up. So step up transformer means in primary winding number of turns is very less and number of turns is very large. On the other hand, if we reverse it, the number of turns are more and more, then AC voltage high. If number of turns in secondary winding is less, so less flux linkage here, because the number of turns induced voltage develops here less. It means number of turns is main thing here, because rate of change of flux linkage is same. We have taken here the ideal case. We see it seems here say because of the soft run, most of the lines of force are linking. So rate of change of flux linkage is same here in primary also and secondary also. So basically only number of turns, it plays an important role. Is suppose K transformation ratio is say more than 1. It means number of turns in the secondary is more than number of turns in primary. So voltage developed in the secondary is more than voltage developed in the primary. It is called step up transformer. Step up transformer. Okay. Suppose K is less than 1, it is called step down transformer. More voltage we are giving and less voltage we are getting. As these two are important. Whenever we are generating the electricity at say 440 volt, this is standard one. Everywhere 3-phase 440 volt. But suppose we want to transmit it from one place to another place, voltage should be very high. Because at lower voltage, power loss in the transmission is very large, very large. It means at higher voltage, we should transmit from one place to another place to reduce the power loss. In transportation, suppose transportation cost is very high, we cannot afford to purchase the electricity. Got it? Suppose something is generated, produced at some place, we have to transport to another place and distance is very large. And transportation cost, by the way, cost of say rate of this petrol or diesel is very large. We cannot afford to purchase because in transportation it cost maybe double, triple, or many times. Suppose you reduce the transportation cost, whatever we are producing at one place, at a little bit higher, we are getting it. So transportation cost in each and every case must be reduced. That is why we have to transmit it, the power, electric power, from one place to another place with a very less power loss. It means voltage must be increased to very high level. Is surprised we are generating the 440 volt. We are generating 440 volt. Okay, and by using the step up transformer at the generating stations to very high value. Can you just imagine 400 kV, kV means kilovolt, 400,000 volts in India and 600,000 volts in Russia. And this was the figure just before when we joined this Hindustan Copper. This is a very high voltage, the maximum voltage in Russia and maximum voltage in India at that time. I do not know the present scenario, but this is very high voltage. If we further increase the voltage, risk is there. So if we protect it, protection is also very necessary. Otherwise, we can increase any number of turns in the secondary, but with some protection. So this is the high voltage, and transmission cost is reduced like anything, but we cannot use this much high voltage because it's very dangerous also. So we have to reduce it. Mean at the distribution centers, we have to reduce this voltage to again 440 volt, and this is three phase. So we can use three phase also, we can use two phase also, we can use single phase also. Whenever you are having more than 3-4 AC in your house, say we should purchase three phase AC because it is cheaper and load can be distributed also. Anyway, so there are two types of transformer, step up and step down transformer. If K is more than 1, it is called step up transformer. K is less than 1, it is called step down transformer. So number of turns ratio, it plays an important role. Got it? Any doubt up to this discussion? Because I have to rub it. Have you noted down this? There are two types of transformer. K is more than 1. First one, low to high voltage, step up. K is less than 1, step down transformer. Should I rub it now? Okay. I am taking say ideal case. Ideal case means here there is no power loss, although it is not possible at all. There should be some power loss because of this flux leakage also. 100% ideal case is there is no leakage, but very less amount of leakage loss is also there. Flux leakage, 100% leakage is not possible. At the same time, heat loss is there in the primary and secondary I2RT. We cannot reduce this resistance 0. We cannot use here superconductor because the temperature should be very less, which is not possible here. So there are many types of loss we will discuss later, but this time we are taking the ideal case. In ideal case, there is no power loss. So we are taking the ideal transformer where efficiency is 100%. 100%. What is the efficiency? Efficiency can be defined as as this is eta efficiency. This is the symbol here. This is the not number of turns. This is the eta efficiency. This is the power output upon power input. Power output upon power input. As there is no loss here, efficiency is 100% or 1, so output and input both are equal. That is the ideal case. It means power input is what? EI. So EP, IP equal to ES, IS. There is the power in the primary, there is the power in the secondary, both are equal because there is no loss of power, efficiency is 1 or 100%. If it is, then we can write here IP upon EP, IS equal to ES upon EP, and from the previous case we know NS upon NP is what? K. It gives you information here. In the primary winding, suppose we are taking the step-up transformer where voltage is less, current will be high, because the product is the same. In secondary, voltage is quite high, current is less. Okay, current is less. So this is the ratio which is valid. IP means primary, secondary. So ratio of the current, the reverse of the ratio of the voltage, and then is reverse of the ratio of this number of turns in secondary primary. This per turn ratio K. So this is the ideal case. One thing is very important here. Listen this very carefully here. See, whenever we discuss here the loss means the heat loss. I square R T, this is the energy, and I square R T, this is the energy, T same, so leave it. Now this is the primary, this is the secondary, suppose. What is that? This is the resistance of the primary winding or coil, this is the resistance of the secondary coil or winding. Here we have to reduce the power loss just to increase the efficiency. It is very necessary here. Whenever low voltage side, current is more because the product is like this. The ratio is just reverse. In the secondary, suppose the secondary voltage is very high, then primary current should be high. It means low voltage side current is more, and square whenever we are discussing the power EI or when we discuss here I square R T, this is the heat loss, heat dissipation. So here low voltage side current is more. If current is more, I square R heat loss, heat dissipation in the primary and secondary. In primary, heat loss is very large. In secondary, there is no problem. Reason behind here, this secondary voltage is high, secondary current is low, so secondary side power is what? Less. So forget about this. This is also less. But this is very high. This is very high. So we have to reduce it. Mind it, we cannot reduce current. If we reduce the current, voltage will change. If voltage change, so when we design the voltage low to high or high to low, it will change. So we cannot have this. We cannot change this voltage because once we decide to change the voltage low to high to low, we cannot change it because number of turns shift here, transformer is ready. So we cannot change the voltage and we cannot change the current also. So here low voltage side where current is more, where power is more, we should reduce the power loss, but we cannot change the current. So only option here to reduce the resistance. How can we reduce the resistance? We can reduce the resistance, not the current, by taking the thick wire. Here we can take the thin wire, no problem, but here it is necessary to use the thick wire, resistance is less. So In step up transformer, low voltage side, we are using the thick wire. We will say high to low step down transformer. In secondary, we are using the thick wire. So this is very important. Note it down. In the low voltage side, we use thick wire, means less resistance in both transformers. In both transformers. Normally, it is the inner windings, so we cannot see the thickness of the wire, but we open it inside, we can find the thick wire on the low voltage side always and thin wire on the high voltage side. Because high voltage side power is less, so the power is already less. We are not bothered about to reduce the power. But whenever this low voltage side power is high and we cannot afford to change the current, but definitely we can reduce the resistance, and resistance can be reduced at the time of the construction of the transformer. We should use the thick wire on low voltage side, whether it is step up transformer or step down transformer. This is very important point. You should note it. Underline this. On low voltage side, we use the thick wire in both the transformers to reduce the power. Okay. So this we have discussed here ideal transformer. In practical transformer, it is not ideal. In practical transformer, efficiency cannot be 100% because of some losses. So here, practical transformer or the real transformer efficiency cannot be 100%, it is less. So normally this efficiency varies from roughly 85% to 96%. It means the best transformer, we have taken all cares worldwide, efficiency cannot be more than 96%. And this is very good efficiency. So efficiency varies from 85 to 96%. It depends on how we have constructed the transformer, what care we have taken, and what is the cost also. If we take all the care, transformer will be costly, but it saves lot of power also. Now the fractal transformer are just, it means here efficiency cannot be 100%. Practically efficiency varies here 85 to 96% because of some losses, and we have to discuss here what type of losses. So power loss in transformer, and how we can reduce, how to minimize the power loss. How to minimize the power loss. This very important question. Normally it is asked, write down two losses, how can reduce it, or write down losses, power losses only. So you have to write all. One by one we discuss here and see how we can minimize the losses to increase the efficiency. So power loss, first power loss is what? Flux linkage. The flux linkage is very good, efficiency is very good. If it is leaking, then efficiency reduces. So this is the loss. Practically all the lines of force cannot link with the secondary from the primary. So it is called the flux leakage loss. Flux leakage loss. We cannot reduce it to zero, but definitely we can reduce by using the soft iron core. By using soft iron core. Second It is the iron loss. Iron loss. Iron loss means the power loss in the soft iron core. Power loss in the soft iron core. Sometimes it is called say flux leakage loss in soft iron reduces, but here in iron it is solid one. It is a solid piece of iron. So there is new type of loss coming into picture, that is called eddy current losses. Eddy current losses. What is eddy current losses? Eddy current means these are the small say loops, like these are the current, very high current, because in iron this is conductor, in conductor resistance very low. If voltage changes, current develops here, and that is induced current. It should be very high because resistance is very low. This we are using the conductor iron. It means whenever we are using the solid winding like this, we are using the solid iron core. Let us discuss this like. And here the windings are there. So flux is linking through the soft iron. And AC we are using in primary. Linking also the AC. AC means changes. So flux changes. Whatever flux is changing in the primary, the same flux linking with the secondary by using the soft iron core. So whatever change is going on flux linkage, it is linking with the soft iron core also. So induced current develops here in the form of eddies here, local current, which is very high. Reason is iron. The iron in soft iron conductor resistance is very low, so current is very high. So there is a great loss, heat loss. So should we avoid the soft iron core? If we avoid it, there is no linkage. So we must use the soft iron core. At the same time, we should find out the solution of this eddy current loss. Got it? सपोज हमको कोई डिजीज है, ओके, तो हमें एंटीबायोटिक लेनी पड़ेगी, उनका साइड इफेक्ट है, उसको रोकने के लिए उसका सोल्यूशन ढूंढिए, ना कि एंटीबायोटिक बंद कर दीजिए. Something like that here also we might use the soft iron core to reduce the flux leakage. Linkage should be high, so we are using the soft iron core. There's no choice here. It means if with this is the new type of loss, eddy current loss comes into picture, we should find a solution of this. And solution here is we are not using the solid iron core, but we are using the laminated iron core. Laminated means here like this. Suppose here this is the solid one, and suppose we cut it like this, thin plates. We are taking the thin plates and pack it again with the nut and bolts. So that this again becomes the thick one. But if we insert in between the insulation, then this is separate plates and very thin plates in between. Very good insulator is there. So current cannot form like this. No. Current is here only in the plates. It cannot make the eddies. So this way we can reduce the eddy current loss, and flux leakage is very good now, and whatever loss is there we have reduced it. So we are using the soft iron core, but insulated, laminated. Lamination means very thin plates, like lamination in your mark sheet, in your certificate. We are using the lamination, very thin sheet of plastic, just to protect it, just like it is laminated, insulated soft iron core. So we have increased the flux linkage, and we have reduced the iron loss, eddy current loss, by using the insulated laminated soft iron core. Efficiency increased. Okay. Whatever loss is there, but we have to find out the solution. That solution is this one. And third here is, this is the copper loss. Copper loss means this called sometimes heat loss, joule heat loss. So I think we have discussed this already. So what is the solution here? Solution is only low voltage side. So low voltage side we use thick wire to reduce the loss in low voltage side where current is high. And fourth one is hysteresis loss. Hysteresis loss. Hysteresis loss means, this is the figure we have discussed it here. This is the area. If area is representing here the loss, so we must use to reduce the hysteresis loss just to charges, discharges, charge, magnetize, demagnetize, demagnetize. It means again and again, because we have the frequency 50 cycles per second. Suppose if we are using the more frequency, more power loss is there. It means just to reduce the hysteresis loss, we must use the area is very less. The material here is soft and better material, for metal, new metal, like so. We are using this soft iron. We are already using the soft iron core. But more loss is, suppose here laminated plates are there. If we fix it with the nut bolt, they vibrate. Even say here, this gap is just very thin, less than here, even then vibration is there. So एक आवाज आती है हमारे, ठीक है, ऐसे इस तरह से, because the plates are vibrating and touching with each other, and this what mechanical loss. So electrical energy loss in the form of a noise which is unwanted, just like hummingbird. So this called humming noise loss. In the name of this hummingbird, so humming noise loss. Simply it is because of the gap. It is because of the gap. So we should tighten the nut bolt. Simply in maintenance, during the maintenance, we should tighten the nut bolts. Tightening of nut bolts. Tightening of nuts and bolts. Nuts and bolts of these laminated plates. Laminated plates of soft iron. Plates of soft iron. This way we have discussed the main losses of transformer. At the same time, we have discussed the how to reduce the losses. So this topic is very important. Most of the cases, this question repeats in the board. The election, we have to take care to reduce to minimize the power losses so that efficiency increases like anything. If we do not care of these losses, efficiency reduces and there is a great loss of power. Got it? And it